Hi all, welcome to this short little review of PGA Tour 2K21. Thought it would be a bit of fun just to kind of cover this because I've been playing this for about the last week or so, doing career mostly, and this video is done on just local, just to kind of play some of the courses I haven't really played yet, and I don't think some of these courses as well, if you do get them obviously in the actual career, but if we can smash likes would be awesome. Sub to the channel if you're new, follow me on Twitter, G the Legend. All links are down below for posting channel and social media links as always. And I'd like to say thanks as well to 2K for actually giving me a copy of the game. I was pretty much in the process of buying it, and then I reached out to them because they were asking like content creators, and I just basically asked them, looking to buy the game anyway. And they said, cool, just tell us what console, and got a copy. And it's been actually really fun to play. I've played like the last golf club. I didn't play that as much as I should have, but I still had quite a good bit of fun with this. And with this game, it's good fun as well. Generally, we play mostly on it's mostly medium. We play medium. I think there's hard or pro, we do put some elements in, but I only play one round. I don't play the full 4. I may play the full 4 for certain competitions depending on how like my mood goes and so forth, but for a round you're generally looking, depending how quick and how good you are, I think the quickest I've been able to get through a round is like half an hour, 40 minutes, so it's a decent amount of time you're committing to each round. And like we thought we'd kind of just show like the last few holes of this round, kind of showing a bit of everything, and I've kind of got to grips with the mechanisms, like the swing mechanisms. I use the right stick. I remember in the old PGA Tour days when it was Tiger Woods, that was kind of like the same mechanism, and it was fairly straightforward. I know one thing that a lot of folk have kind of said they would really like, and I'm kind of the same, is when you're close for it to going in. So if it's like the heart, I can't remember, and I've heard a few people call it what it was. It was like a heartbeat moment, and it was really neat. Like the other night when we were streaming it for the first time, we nearly had a hole in one. The ball basically rolled down the cup, and that would have been like a nice wee moment, because you thought, that is, like, how on earth could you go that close from getting, like, I've not had a hole in one in a golf game for years. But the game itself does bring a lot of challenges. This hole here that I'm on just now is an example of it. Because we didn't have a club that was really realistically going to get us to the green, we were kind of like, right, we were almost having to kind of play a club much, and in the end it was my own mistake really here. I should have realistically stuck with my, I think it was my 5 iron, and just made sure I went full whack, but made sure I was kind of aiming like the right of the green. And then I made the mistake here in the bunker, I muck up the shot, I pulled it back, and then I thought I had let go, and it decided to take the shot with like no power, mucked up. I had to take the shot again, and I was like, ah, well. But it's like little mistakes like that with the game, where you feel like you've pulled it back and it hasn't necessarily done that for you. And also worth noting, this round's one of my one of my highest scoring rounds, if you want to put it that way. I've noticed a lot of rounds I'm consistently, say 10-15 under, and I'll show that in the next clip. I've got 2 clips. I thought I'd show this course and I'll show some of Sawgrass as well, just to kind of show the how games go. And sometimes some of the objectives that you get given, like a whole challenge, it's like get eagle on a hole, and it's like the hole's like 630 yards, and it's like there's no way I can get to the green in 2 no matter what I do. Yeah, it's saying get it, and I made a muck up of that putt. I usually like to use the putting guide, and on that occasion I just completely didn't do it, and it slipped up. Easy birdie missed. But realistically, putting, I have, as much as I use the putting mechanism to help me, like I know obviously maybe see online, you might find that you've got you won't have that freedom, but I suppose it's each their own for their approach with the game. Like, I feel it's handy to have just as a little guide, even though I can read the green pretty well. It's then sometimes when you have to then just take the putt naturally, it's where I've noticed I can get the ball in from most distances. I think my longest putt so far is like 55 feet. But we're having a lot of fun with the game though, and I think the biggest problem I would say with the game is when you're getting, like, I would say it's when you're doing rounds. Like, it would be neat to have like the pros that you're playing with, or there's, say for example, I've noticed when I'm doing rounds, it's like the Shambo or Jim Fury, for whatever reason they're actually on like the same hole as you. You're not going to see like them taking their shots along with you. It'd be quite a neat implementation, just having, not just having to be on your own for a round, just like, it would just be neat seeing like what kind of action they would take. I know in a sense it might slow the round even more, but I suppose that's maybe why they add the replay element in, so that's kind of like that. So it's when they're on the holes that you're kind of on, you see that, but also when you're seeing other like live action or from earlier or whatever of a player, that's kind of why they do it. It's the kind of that kind of implementation. I could be wrong, but I think with any game, it's like the golf games do have like a certain shelf life of enjoyment, and I think like this one at the moment, for what I'm seeing, has got decent shelf life about it. It's just trying to keep yourself like motivated over this period, because we've all been playing so many different games, and try to keep yourself entertained. But I'm definitely enjoying it, and as here, even though I'm going 16 under pars, and this is a putt for 17 under, to rip apart sawgrass and going around with a 55, it's kind of like, that's maybe partly we can address the difficulty and other elements like that. But all in all though, really fun game, and if you're like into golf, definitely worth trying, have a bit of fun with it. Definitely a massive improvement on last year's game if I'm honest, and a lot of fun nonetheless. Lots of positive elements within the game, like career and so forth. But let me know folks in the comments down below what you think of it. Smash like always, and I'll catch you all later.